Her mother did not want Eva. When she was a baby of 6 months, she was dumped on a social worker's desk. Bruised, unfed, and with open burns on her feet, Eva joined the tens of thousands of other children in the care of local authorities. This film is about 4 of those children and the problems they face. In particular about Eva, her brother Carl, and Gary and Peter. They live here in this special home for children separated from their parents. Some have been rejected outright. All have difficulty in coping with school. All show signs of emotional disturbance. The home's aim is to relieve the children's distress by giving them the care and love they missed earlier in life. Eva arrived here 2 years ago, having had a series of makeshift homes. Eva is now 8. She has never seen her real mother since the day she was abandoned.
I don't know her name.
No.
And I don't know where she lives, and I never will see her.
We might do one day.
But what happens if she's forgotten me?
Oh, she won't forget you.
What happens when I grow up and I'm the queen and she's forgotten me?
And you're the queen?
Yeah, and she's forgotten me.
I don't think she's forgotten you.
If she has and I was the queen, I would send her to prison.
Would you?
Even long pieces. Why? This. Let me see Batman. Let me see little Batman. Now.
For hitting children and teachers before he arrived, 5-year-old Peter had already been removed from nursery school before coming to the home, which has its own schoolroom.
There's the box. Now let's start putting everything back in place, shall we? Then we can go out to play. Who's a fatso? Come on, you pick the wood up.
We can and let me go.
Eva. Come on, Nick. Come on, Alex.
3 other children share the bedroom with Eva.
Alex, get dressed up. Eva.
Their house mother, Pat, tries to give the sense of being consistently loved and cared for, which Eva missed in her early years.
You want what? Well, it's all right. Come on, you can come through to the bathroom. Go on through, I want you back.
Eva's half-brother, Carl, is 9.
Chee-chom, chee-chom, chee-chom.
Carl, like Eva, was neglected and maltreated before he came into care. When he arrived here 2 years ago, he was unable to sleep or even sit still. He constantly lapsed into baby talk, pulling faces and making nervous gestures.
Oh, after I'd gone out.
Eva's world has always been uncertain. Where will she be sent next? Will she be let down again?
What for?
When she arrived, she would threaten to throw herself from upstairs windows and try to cut herself with sharp objects. She would hide away in dark corners, remaining for hours motionless in a fetal position. With cuddling, holding, and physical contact, Pat is trying to make Eva secure enough to develop normally.
Right, there you are. We'll finish off with the comb. Go and get your shoes then.
8-year-old Gary, whose mother had difficulty bringing him up, was sent into care. He can't understand why his mother can't have him back. Although he's been here for a year, he still moans at night, rocking so violently that a mattress now prevents his head from hitting the wall. Gary believes he is somehow guilty and responsible for his mother's rejection. 5-year-old Peter came here 3 months ago.
Will you keep your trousers, Peter?
Peter, besides being uncontrollable at nursery school, had burned down part of his parents' house. He often behaves like a baby.
Keep falling over.
On arrival, he did not appear to know even basic words like toilet. He and his sister had developed instead their own largely private language. Peter, who had probably been isolated from adults for long periods, had little experience of adult language. But unlike many here, he had received affection.
Oh, get out of your Boy. Come on, Dan. What's that? Forget about lad.
Part of the house parents' job is to respond consistently so that the children's world becomes more predictable and certain, and therefore safer, a place in which they can begin to develop.
No, we ain't. Just pick those up, please. Somebody said a long time ironing those.
In his 8 years, Gary has had to cope with his feelings of being rejected by mother, homes, and school. When he arrived, he distrusted adults and attacked almost everything and everyone, throwing things and injuring one member of staff. Gary lacks confidence in himself and needs the company of the boys' group, but the younger ones are still a little afraid of him.
Hello, Joey.
Hello, Carl. What a surprise to see you.
In 9 days' time, Carl's housefather, Jerry, is taking a job in Denmark.
Yeah, precisely.
Can I have a ticket? Can I?
Look, Carl, will you worry about me, not about anybody
I don't want
else?
to worry about you.
I know it's
You're
difficult,
ugly.
but...
Isn't he ugly with those spots on his face? Look, hey, where have they all gone? Eh?
Because if we can't get down to breakfast on time, then we'll be late for school.
The home looks after 20 children with a staff of 12 trained childcare workers. Distrust of adults, uncertainty, and fear lie behind much aggressive and disruptive behavior. Staff must help give the children insight into what has happened and reduce their insecurity. Dorothy and Jerry are house parents to Carl and Gary. Their most difficult child to handle at the moment is Gary, who is seated on Jerry's lap. Though affectionate, he has difficulty containing his violence and hits out with little provocation. They see it as a hopeful sign that he does express his anger. Recently, Gary seems to be making a closer relationship with Jerry and says he wants Jerry to control him. Both Jerry and Dorothy are trying to build up Gary's confidence in himself. Gary still sees himself as a bad boy and says he is the worstest boy in the whole world. Gary still needs to feel he is a worthwhile person. But unlike Gary, other children, such as Carl, find it difficult to express their anger and aggression directly. Carl is skittish and under stress still lapses into baby talk, often losing himself in a fantasy world of giants and monsters. He rarely asks about his parents. Carl and Eva have just started normal school.
Granny? Yes? I'm keeping everybody under arrest in case a monster comes.
I see.
Yeah, but Carl, that's not a real gang. If this was a real gang, I'd go. So everybody inside.
School is stressful for children whose first school experience was unhappy and associated with failure.
Why do you look
Okay,
at and
let's
open
have
it,
you.
look at and open it?
Well, so's the door won't open.
George Brown, known to the children as Brownie, is the home superintendent.
Oh, wait there, please. And again.
These children are often attention-seeking and over-demanding. Insecure, with little confidence in themselves, they all have learning difficulties. Going to school increases stress. Most of them have already been withdrawn from other schools, and here they are constantly reminded that they are different from other children. At the end of the school day, their friends go back to their parents. They return to the home.
Bye-bye. See you at 4 o'clock. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Which way are you going in? You're going in this way. Or the other way? Which way are you going? Bye-bye. You go that way. Bye-bye.
We go
Bye-bye.
that way.
See you later.
Mixing with other children in the playground is not easy. Boys like Carl, though above average in intelligence, need the constant reassurance of their teacher's attention. Carl has difficulty concentrating, and his teacher thinks it could take a year before Carl makes normal progress.
You can see him sometimes sit clenching his hands, even though he's doing a piece of work or seems to be quite normally at ease. Really inside himself there must be something going on. You see him suddenly clench his fists and his knuckles will go white. And he's still sitting there. He doesn't have a tantrum. I'm settling him by trying to socialise him rather than do anything academic with him. I feel that if I try and push the academic too much, that what's going to happen is that he's going to be quite frightened off. But I think that if I did push and it went wrong, it would go wrong for life.
Apart from his language problem, Peter was too disruptive to go to normal school. He's handled in the home schoolroom.
Yeah.
Come on, pick it up, Peter. Please. Pick it up, please. Pick the bucket up. Put the... Over to the table. Put it under the table properly. He seems to be testing out the adults about him, finding out just how far we're prepared to let him go. He baits, he dares. There's a game element to the whole thing. I think you'd better just sit down over there.
No.
Cool down.
No.
Yes, now don't you move.
No, I want to put a book up.
No, you're going to sit there.
Ice. Oh.
Stay.
I'll put a book up. Leave me.
When I do leave you, you go on breaking things.
No, I'm not biting classroom. Ah! Give me ice.
I don't believe you.
It's cold. In.
When Peter first came into the unit, this sort of behaviour was much more frequent. 3 months ago, he couldn't really be allowed into the classroom for more than 10 minutes at a time. It was just too disruptive. And he had to be held almost continually for large parts of the day.
shell con. Leafy fat shell. Leafy fat shell con. Leafy. Leafy.
Yes, you have. Do you feel better now? What will you do if I leave you?
I'll pick a book up.
Good boy.
Look. Look.
Thank you.
Done. Code. Oh.
Right, so we're going to tidy up the rest of the classroom now.
I want to know.
Go on then. Normally, by this age, you'd expect children to have largely learned what adults expect of them in the way of behaviour. Yet, in the last 3 months, he has made fairly marked progress. He's not by any means as violent as he used to be. He no longer attacks other children, and although he's very destructive of equipment, the really extreme bouts are so much more infrequent now. By and large, his behaviour seems to be much more that of a child who hasn't experienced adult controls in earlier life, rather than the behaviour of a child who's suffered something as traumatic as early separation from his parents.
George Brown runs the home for the London Borough of Wandsworth. He collaborates with the teacher who runs the schoolroom for the local education authority. Both draw on psychiatrists and psychologists in their effort to prevent these children from spending the rest of their lives in an institution.
Is it heading? Heading. Wait for... Ready? Ready? That's it.
They hope to relieve the children's distress, move them back to normal schools within 2 years, and where possible reunite them with their families and place some of the rest in foster homes. Edna, George's wife, is also a childcare worker. She's known to the children as Bonnie.
Hi, girl. Oh! Let Valerie have her turn now. Come round here, Tammy. Look, watch. Come there, look. Jump. Jump. Ah. Now Maxine's turn. No, Maxine's turn.
See where you're going.
Uncle,
Don't jump off yet.
Bonnie and Brownie have been here for 8 years, longer than any other member of staff. They provide continuity in the child's development, which is important when many staff only remain for about 2 years.
This time, jump off.
On the return home from school, children like Carl and Gary are again reminded they are different. Their feelings come to the surface. They're more difficult to handle. But if they are to live in the outside world, they must be allowed to express and overcome their anxieties.
No, the others have got to get out the back.
When I get them out, yeah. Okay,
Even Carl, who often represses his feelings, is excitable and difficult after a day at school.
Let me climb on the top of the bag. Hey!
What? No.
You want to buy phone?
When children get out of control, the act of physically holding becomes important. It stops them hurting other people and reassures them they are cared for enough to be controlled.
Go home.
Oh.
To your room. Quickly.
Dorothy is Gary's house mother.
We always seem to have this trouble when you come home from school, don't we? Oh, come on. Come on, now stand up and get up the stairs. Come on. Come on, up. Get up with you.
Get off.
Well, come upstairs with you.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, get off.
Stand yourself up. Yourself up and get up the stairs.
Get off me.
Gary is now making a relationship with Dorothy. She sees him as testing her to see if she will reject him. He's also looking to her for assurance that she can control him. Her job is not to let him down, but to be always there, ready to accept him just as he is. It takes a long time and a lot of testing.
Let's get you downstairs. Get you changed and we're going to squash court. We'll play football for a while. Before tea. Come on. Come on, in your bedroom, let's get yourself changed. Well, hurry up and get changed. Come on, Gary, get changed, okay?
I'm going downstairs now.
You're not?
You want to bed?
Yeah. You're going downstairs when you've changed.
No.
Oh, we'll stay here until you do. It's all right, Ian.
Okay.
You're going to do as you're told. Listen, you're going to do as you're told.
No. Get out of my way.
I'm not getting out of your way till you do as you're told.
Can I shake you then? Yes.
Listen, at the end of the song, be very close. And point it towards the window. It usually takes Gary quite a while to calm down. I think in this instance it was about 20 minutes. And during that time he becomes less and less rejecting of me. And the other side of Gary comes out, his dependence and his affection.
Shut the window, will ya? It's freezing.
One can't be sure of the real cause of this particular blow, but it's probably to do with the other house father is leaving in a couple of days' time. I'm going on leave for a week, and he probably sees this as a sign of rejection on our part towards him. It was just that he was rejecting me at that particular moment in time. And showing me how he, in his turn, felt rejected when people left him. And he was making a very successful job of it, so...
How stressful for you is that?
Well, I think it's more stressful when I'm tired, you know, and I'm just...
Come on. Come on. Peter Forrest. Come here. Come on. Back into that playroom.
I think And so I think the most difficult part of the job is, when looking after a child like Gary, is coping with his swings in mood, from his very aggressive behaviour to his baby-like dependent behaviour. I think you have to be very consistent, even with these swings in mood.
Mine's how okay, please. Ready? Gally, get ready. Get ready.
You sort of aren't going to take any notice of this aggressive behaviour, because beneath that aggression, it's still Gary, and you still care for him.
Yes, look at these two waves. Yes, it's actually close.
First one to go down. The last one to go down is the winner.
Yes, Mum.
See them go across the thing.
Yes! Yes! I won that! Yeah, I knew you would win. I'm not sure. Well, you did the cinema, we're
Reading retains third place, although Hollins, the former Chelsea player, put Rangers ahead after 7.
As their anxiety decreases, Carl and Eva, like most of the children here, find it easier to form relationships and overcome learning difficulties. They are confused about their past, and staff believe it important to help them understand what has happened, and when they're ready, to talk out their fears and confusion. The ability to talk about themselves and their feelings about their past depends on the trust established by house parents like Pat.
Yeah, on your bed. You can get your book off your bed, OK? I'll come up to you. I seem to have formed a fairly close relationship with Eva, and within this she's now able to talk about Mum and seems to be perhaps accepting that she may never ever see Mum.
But Carl has greater problems.
Carl has made less progress than his sister, Eva. He's more settled than when he first joined us. But he's still a very troubled little boy. In the evenings, he'll come in together with a number of other children to play for an hour or two and to talk, probably to get reassurance. But Carl, unlike the other children, has difficulty in talking about the past. He tends to become very evasive when conversation turns to the past. He can't talk about it in a straightforward way.
I'll come back after.
So what were you like 2 years ago when you first came to us?
I was absolutely full of fun.
Is that what you called it?
Yeah.
What did I call it?
You called it naughty.
Oh,
No, silliness. You called it silly.
Did I? I don't remember that, but okay, I'll accept that. What did you do?
I used to hide from you.
Where did you hide?
I hid over there.
Where?
When that was over there, and used to...
In... I can't see. I'm losing my way.
Over there.
In what?
Behind the cupboards. Up the pipes. Under the desks.
Yes, but...
I used to dart around. And when you gave me a skipping rope, I used to skip all over the place. And when you gave me a ball, I used to kick it all over the place. And whatever you gave me, there was a wild romper.
A wild rumpus?
Yeah.
Why couldn't you sit still? You know, I mean,
Because I was too full of joy and fun and laughter and so.
That's a fabrication. I don't remember you as very happy. I remember you as sad.
You thought I'd be
Well, not sad, but you weren't terribly happy.
And I weren't. Because you gave me easy work and I'm used to hard work.
Yeah.
So.
I gave you easy work, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, get on with writing, boy. Come on.
He tends to become evasive if the conversation dwells on his past for too long. On the other hand, he does have this, what amounts almost to an obsession with playing with animals, talking about animals, and drawing animals or pictures involving animals. And the pictures are always conflict-ridden. The recurrent themes are conflict within the family. And it sometimes seems to me that Carl may be using the animals and the drawings to explore his own predicament.
He killed her young one.
Ah.
That's how it started. It was inside the mother. and she was expecting it. And before it came out, he burnt up the mummy's stomach. So it made Giselle, big mummy, very, very angry. Big mummy and small mummy. They're all mummies, you see. Except they both got killed, you see, in the end.
I sometimes get the impression that there's a sense in which he hasn't really come to terms with his separation from his mother. The sense in which he can't admit it to himself, as his sister can. Perhaps it's too painful a reality for him.
Come on, in you go. There. Come on, sit down here. No, sit round the other way. I can't fasten any buttons that way, can I? So you get the pipes on you so you're nice and warm.
Eva is increasingly concerned about her past and is now able to talk to Pat about the loss of her mother.
But if she's forgotten you, what would you say to her first?
I'd say, do you know who I am? She'd say no, and I'll say, you know, your daughter. Because my real mum, because I am my real mummy's daughter.
You certainly are, yes.
Why'd you go away from me?
I don't know, Poppet. Perhaps she felt that she wouldn't be able to look after you. Although it's sad.
And she was married. Aren't you married?
But perhaps she might have thought that you would be better living with us, happier, if she couldn't look after you properly.
That was my auntie who gave you to me, who gave me to you.
Oh, but it wasn't Auntie when you first went to the nursery, was it?
No, it was my mummy.
Yeah.
And my auntie's the one who used to look after me at the nursery.
What if your real mummy cried when you sent her to prison? What would you do?
I would tell them to take her out of prison and give her and put her on the royal bed.
Would you? You'd look after her, would you? Eh? What sort of things would you do for her?
I'll make lots of yummy cake, and when it's her birthday...
Make lots of what?
Yummy cakes. And on her birthday, I'll make nicest cake anyone's had and give her a beautiful dress.
And would you have Carl with you as well?
Yep.
And what would Carl be?
Carl would be my husband.
Would he?
He'll be...
But you can't marry your brother, can you?
Why? Why?
Because you can't.
Is that private property?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if I'm the Queen, I'd be able to marry Carl.
Not your own brother, you can't. You
Why?
can't marry anybody in your family.
Why?
OK, come on, Poppy, let's snuggle it down. Up we go. There. Right. It's painful to tell Eva that I don't know where her mum is. But it would be wrong for me to lie to her, as it would only do more damage later on to her. There we are. Run this one. Recently we gave both Carl and Eva an old photograph of Mum, as we felt they were ready to have something of Mum's. Eva wasn't able to keep hers. She tore it into pieces and it was found in a bedroom a few days afterwards. However, Carl was able to keep his, and in fact asked for it to be kept in a plastic transparent frame and for it to be locked in the office safe, where he could go to at any time and have a look at it for reassurance that he has got a mum. Give us a kiss. No. See you in the morning, OK? Straight to sleep now. Night.
Jerry has drawn this map for the children and has explained why and when he's going. It's now 2 days before he leaves the home for his job in Denmark. As the time for his departure approaches, disturbed behaviour tends to occur more frequently, though it's not always obviously linked to his leaving.
You can't
I said...
You tell me why.
Because I said...
Give me a really good reason.
Go away from me. No, you leave me alone.
Just let me fix your arm.
No, I'll do it myself.
Yeah.
Come on. No, leave me alone.
All right. Shall we go watch telly? Now, do you honestly think I'd let you go in the garden with bronchitis, without any...
I haven't got bronchitis.
You've had a nasty attack of bronchitis. We even rang the school up and said you hadn't got to go out in the garden because it was cold. Do you think I'd let you go in the garden and catch more cold? We care enough about you not to let you do these sort of things. You're only a little boy.
Yeah, they did in school, didn't they? They let me play football.
Maybe they didn't understand, Pet. We do understand. You can't catch cold. Simple. If I let you go out in the cold, I wouldn't be caring for you. Quite a lot of things I do don't seem very nice.
Position your men and shoot anything that moves in your area. Now, move out.
General, just a sec. Just let me see your face. Just a minute, look. Lift that up. There we are. There. Okay? Oh, didn't like that. Sorry. Can I squeeze your finger?
No.
12 months ago, Gary would blow 50 times a week, had to be held by both male and female staff. He was self-destructive, but today he has an outburst about once a day. Seldom has to be physically held. He'll talk out and reason. He's still aggressive, but he's now beginning not to see himself as the worstest boy in the world. At the end of a blow, likes to be mothered and reassured that we still like him no matter how he behaves. We think he should pull through.
Peter, unlike Carl and Eva, sees his parents. They take him for weekends and return him here on Sunday nights. Whenever possible, the links with the parents are maintained.
Peter, show Mummy how it works. Come on. Show Mummy how it works. No, look, come here, look.
If the exchange rate justified
Cool.
certainly it's a glimpse of economic hope.
Does it? Yeah, but how'd you put it in your pocket to make yourself look a smart boy? No, that isn't how you do it. Come here. Show us how you put it in your pocket. He loves school, but unfortunately he used to, what they call, misbehave and things like that. As I say, once he kung fu'd his teacher and they put him out of school. And, as I say, he generally loved school, but he was always fighting or scrapping with somebody and generally overexcited and erratic. I've been a handful. My health has not helped me a lot with the children, because since having them I've been a diabetic, so... You know, I've not really had the health and the strength to cope with them as I'd like to have. Where here they've got more staff, more patience, and they're able to cope with them and look after them a lot better.
With children who have contacts with the parents, we see this as a very real link to be kept open. Take Peter, for example. Mother is showing very real interest in being shown how to mother them, and we see this as a positive feature in their rehabilitation.
Good night. Now
Night,
look
guys.
after your
Night,
jewellery.
guys.
Look after your jewellery now, won't you?
There the animals live in family groups, like you live in a family, with Tammy and Mummy and Daddy. They live with Mummy and Daddy elephants and baby elephants.
And babies are laughing in the water.
Babies laughing because they're having fun, you see. That's what it says there.
Yeah, you got a crocodile. They call like a crocodile in a crocodile.
Oh, he looks like a crocodile because he's in the water, but it's not a crocodile. They go in the water as well as crocodiles.
Yeah, they know the crocodile big and go down the water.
Crocodile goes down under the water, that's right. Let me see what they are. Buffaloes, they're buffaloes, they're
Yeah,
standing.
but not buffalo.
You know buffaloes, do you?
Yes, a buffalo like meat.
Buffaloes eat meat.
No, like meat.
Like meat?
Yeah,
Oh.
a cat so
Oh, dear me.
a cat's it,
dear me. Right.
A cat's it. A cat's it, right?
Do you want a drink of water?
Yes.
Peter is very open and warm and can relate very well, which is something that perhaps Carl and Gary have difficulty with. And although it's early days yet, we are very hopeful for this boy.
Like, a cat's crocodile. It get also right. When I get in the shop, it cut it out, get the meat out, put in the pipe, make it out, put the sauce in, and take it out and cook it. Cook all the time, let in the food, the basin, that put in the basin, put in the salt.
Here's a drink. Right. Okay.
Look.
I'll read some more tomorrow. Okay.
I want the paper, I want a book of Joe on the paper.
Not now. No, you're going to sleep now.
No.
Lie down, underneath.
Tell me
Be
how
Bo
to
Bendy.
My tummy out of bed.
My tail's Endy. Pardon?
My tummy out of bed.
The Tammy's coming in bed in a moment. I think she's just gone to the toilet.
Okay,
There we are.
got it.
Right down. Not yet.
Phil. I suppose you went. You couldn't remember all those years ago. I wasn't born 8 years ago. You should work in the rain. Don't lie. Love you 9 soon.
Of course, you become so involved with the children here, constantly wondering and anxious about what is going to happen. Are they going to make out? The most stressful situation for me is when I move on. They're almost saying, you know, we can't trust you. You're another one we can't trust, sort of thing. And of course, I just have to go through it over and over and over again. You know, that I'm not rejecting as maybe they've been rejected in the past.
Hello, Turkey.
Oh, you old conjure.
Hello.
Dear me. Gary, Carl.
Yeah.
If you just concentrate on what you're doing.
Hello, Teddy.
Then we get down to breakfast in time. Right, put your socks on.
Crumbs, you don't want me to do a tie, do you? Why? We got the button off, didn't you? You had to do a tie. No. So. You don't have to do a tie. I do. So. That's it.
That's how you do a tie. I need to have it.
That's all right. That's lovely.
See, I did a tie. And I just kissed. Oh, I did a tie out. Wow, now I know how to do ties up.
That's it. Take yourself in. Make your bed. And that's you.
No, can you help me? No, I've been made it one time.
Are you worried about what's going to happen when I've gone? Not a little bit. Who do you think you'll get on best with?
I'll run away and go home.
You'll run away?
Yep.
But I'll always be there.
What do you mean?
Well,
You won't be here.
you...
You'll be in Denmark.
I know. Well, can't we talk to each other even if we're in Denmark?
No.
You can write.
Yeah.
Can't you write me a letter?
Yeah, I don't know your address.
Well, I'm going to give it to you, Gary. I'll give it to you just in a minute. Okay?
Yeah.
You can always write to me, and I'll always write back just as quickly as I can. You don't really have to worry. And Dorothy's staying, and Ian's staying, and Bonnie and Brownie are staying. I'll write it in a card for you. And I'll give you that one specially, and then Dorothy or Ian or Bonnie and Brownie, if ever you lose it, they'll always give you the address. Okay? And anyway, when you write letters, you've got to put your address at the top of the page, so you'll always have it. Okay? I'll give it to you now. Come on.
What for?
What do you usually sit down in the classroom for?
Not doing work. Not nice.
Didn't take him long to get going, did it? Dorothy! Throwing the dustbin over in the morning is one of Peter's good morning jokes. Dorothy handles that very well by offering him options when it comes to tidying up. And this seems to prevent an escalation of that sort of behaviour at that time in the morning.
Right. Let's go and get a brush and shovel. Do you want to brush or do you want to hold the shovel? Well, I'm good at brush. Do you want to brush? All right then. Very good at brush. You're good at brushing. Right, you brush it into there, see if you can get it in. Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely.
Initially, I try to keep demands on the children at a minimum. They have to be protected from failure because they're very lacking in confidence when they first join us.
Help me, Campbell.
All right. Can you wait a little minute? Let Campbell get something on the board. Come on. As time goes by, I tend to make more demands on the children until their experience here begins to resemble what they're likely to find when they eventually go back to outside school. All the more reason for starting early. It can take up to 2 years before the children are ready to go back to outside school. But I think Peter's going to be a little quicker than that. He's already spending up to an hour a day on normal schoolwork.
Come and sit down.
I'm sure that Peter's going to make very good progress in the next year, both in his learning and in his behaviour. The bedtime storytelling he gets from his house parents in the evening, for example, that can be seen to be helping him with his language, with his attitudes to books. His vocabulary is expanding.
Hip hip! Thank you very much. Thank you.
Enjoyed it, Mr. Brown. And I'll miss everybody. And I will send photographs and write. Promise.
Can we quickly finish our breakfast and then those who are going to outside school can wave Jerry goodbye.
Carl immediately, we've had our farewell in the dining room, runs to the one person he's very, very safe with, Bonnie. Because it's quite a break, and Carl and I have had quite a relationship over the last year. So he runs straight to Bonnie. I mean, I have to take him off Bonnie then, because he mustn't think that I'm going and never ever going to think or see him again. Time. Gosh, you know I will miss you. Do you mind?
What?
Will you write to me when I write to you? Oh, sausage.
I'm not sausage. Because you can't fry me because I can't put it in a frying pan.
Silly Billy. Should I give you something from my room?
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
What?
What should I give you?
I don't know.
It doesn't really matter what it is, does it?
No.
Okay?
Yeah.
And then you can keep it by your bed.
Yeah.
Or keep it where you want. You can do what you like with it. You can keep it until I come and see you again. Or you can put it in the bin.
I'm not going to because it will make me remember you.
Super. That'd be nice because I remember you. Because I got photographs of you and I've got drawings that you've done for me.
And I haven't got anything of yours
Well,
to remind me.
I'll give you something.
Yeah.
Yeah? Come on then, let's go and see what I've got.
Yeah. What's that now? Next bed. Come on.
What about if I give you...
And me.
Yeah. What? What are you doing in it? Go on,
Get
grab
out.
it. If I give you that,
What is it?
you can draw in that. It's just one of my old books. It's nothing special.
I know. What's that?
And those for your shirt, yeah?
What are these?
Cufflinks. You've got your pattern nylon shirt. You can put them in. So when you go out, and then you can wear them, okay? So keep them safe, will you?
I get it. I
keep
don't
them
want
safe.
that one. I don't want that one.
And if you draw some pictures in there, then you can show me when I come.
I don't want
Okay.
that one.
You don't want
Oh,
it?
something
Well,
different.
dear, you're not going to get anything else. Sorry.
Yes, I am.
You're not.
Let's see.
Go on then. Take the...
Oh my God, it
When's your
was
bus?
there.
When's your bus coming?
Yeah. Hey. Long time. Till 9.
Where's your time?
I don't want it. I know. Do you want it?
Ta-da, Marie.
Look, I've got your one. I've got your shape of my teacher.
Ta-da.
Where are you going? You're going to Danebury.
You're walking there. Sorry.
I give you a present. That's my favourite stone for you.
Okay, if I have that,
That's
can
my
I
favourite
can I
stone.
put that book back on your bed then?
Yeah.
Okay. Bye.
You
Have a good
keep
day.
that, because that's my favourite stone, and I'm giving
I
it
promise
to you.
I'll keep that for a long, 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 long time. Okay?
How many years?
Well,
Bye-bye.
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 Yeah, Billy.
So
Have a
you
good
Willie?
day. Go on.
Come on, Carl. You like
Who else is missing?
Yeah.
Sit down, Ted. Carl. Who's over in sweets?
Oh, come here, Martin.
It was there and you were told. Hey, mind the van.
wasn't.
Mind the van.
I'll see that lots of times. This is the one you give me.
For Gary, Jerry's leaving was positive. For the first time in his life, he had made a good relationship. He was able to make and break this relationship without him feeling guilty or responsible.
Have one of mine. Yeah. No, because I never eat all those three. I'll have one this morning and one on the boat this afternoon. Okay.
Oh, my hat,
Looks right.
Yeah.
But don't worry, that's, as long as you write to me, that's the main thing. Okay. Ta-da, Gary.
Bye, Jerry.
Hello.
Later that day, Carl left school without saying anything to his teachers, arriving very upset and crying, saying he thought we might have left him and gone with Jerry. You wanted to see Jerry?
I wanted to go with him.
Why to?
Denmark.
You want to be with him in Denmark? Why do you want to be in Denmark?
I love him.
You do? You sad? Are you going to miss him? No. You sad he's gone?
I feel very sad when he went.
I think Jerry reminds you of other people who've left you, doesn't he? Who else has left you?
Auntie.
She left you.
And my mummy.
They all left you?
And Mr. Thingy. Mr. Aisbury. Mr. Mosbury.
They all the people you love leave you?
And Jerry.
Did Mummy leave you? Oh.
Yeah.
Who else has left you?
Mummy hasn't left me, has she? Because I've still got her.
Where?
Under a piece of plastic.
Yeah.
You know, in the picture.
Lots of people leave you. It makes you very sad.
I like money.
I'm always here.
I wanted Jerry, and then I made up my mind to come back here.
Well, I'm glad you came back, Carl. I really am. But you shouldn't have come back without telling your teacher, because she's very, very worried about you. She's been looking for you.
Well, we told you that, Carl, that we would still be here, even though Jerry had gone. We would still be here to see you. I think it would be a good idea now to come back. We go back to school and let them see that you're still here.
And let them to see you're not afraid, okay?
And I'm with you. How's that?
Carl went back to school and made his peace with his teacher.
Look, they're leaving school already.
Yes, well, they finish earlier, at least.
A few days later, both Gary and Carl received their first postcards from Jerry. "20 children have passed through this special home and its school unit in the last 5 years. 18 of the 20 have successfully moved back into normal schools. Gary, Peter, Carl and Eva are just 4 of the 95,000 children today in care. But less than 3,000 are in homes like this.